Alright, great job. Guys, you can put your hands down real quick. Alright, y'all did an awesome job coming in, guys. We still got a few parents, guardians coming in. First off, I'm Thomas Castile, principal at Harlan Elementary, and just want to welcome all of our visitors, parents, grandparents, guardians, aunts, uncles, friends, family members. Thank you for coming to our 2022 Veterans Day program. There's going to be a lot of great things that you see today, some performances by our show choir, our second grade. We got some great speakers, and we've got some people are going to do some things, presentation of colors, and we want to honor our veterans. So at this time, if everyone will please stand up for me. And we're going to stand up for just a little bit, but I'm going to make sure I'm going to read off this over again. So let's make sure that we stay standing for our veterans that are going to enter. You can cheer for them if you would like to when they come in. We want to remain standing for the presentation of our colors that are these fine-looking gentlemen. And then stay standing for the national anthem and stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. And then we'll have a student council member come up to tell you when to be seated. But again, thank you and welcome to Harlan's 2022 Veterans Day program.
back here. Right here.
Real quickly, we're going to have Pierce Murray, one of our students, come up and introduce our speaker. I met our speaker a month ago or so. He filled in one day for us A fine young gentleman, and you'll see the uniform that he has on. He continues to serve even after his military service. So at this time, I'm going to have Pierce Murray come up and introduce our speaker.
Please welcome our guest speaker, Officer Hiles, to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to speak to you all this afternoon. Just want to thank Dr. Castile and the Harlan faculty for having me here this afternoon. Probably one of the most challenging things about coming up with a speech is that I'm speaking to elementary students. So I really had to try to dial some things down. So if there's a word you don't understand, just ask your teacher. I don't know what to tell you. So a little bit about myself, Officer Hiles. I work for the Florence Police Department. Been with the city of Florence for about 3 years. I enlisted in the Army in 2016. I commissioned as a second lieutenant from MTSU in 2019. Currently, I'm a first lieutenant in the Tennessee Army National Guard and serve as the detachment commander at a military police company. I like it. It's been great. Had the privilege of serving during Hurricane Ida last year. That was an experience. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet because, you know, kids don't have very long attention spans. So here we go. So I chose 3 qualities, if you will, 3 qualities that makes a good veteran. There certainly are several, but I chose these 3. 3 are honor/integrity. The second is discipline, integrity. You can sum that up as just doing the right thing, for lack of better words. This is someone who's honest in everything that he or she says and does. And it also means when you make a mistake, we all make mistakes, right? It means being able to own up to it and take responsibility for your actions. I believe that God gives us all a conscience, and it either accuses you or it excuses you. And every decision you make, young people, every decision you make every day of your life is either gonna be putting good stuff in there, or you're gonna be putting bad stuff in there. So always strive to do the right thing, and you all can do that whether you're a veteran or not. Secondly, good veteran shows discipline. I believe discipline is a lost art in our culture in a lot of ways, but discipline is good. I know when I joined the Army, it was a rude awakening as far as discipline goes, but I mean, just from basic training, I mean, you really learn how to make sound decisions. You learn how to be responsible for yourself. You have to be on time. You have to have your uniform squared away, all sorts of things. So discipline's good. One thing about discipline you have to learn, and I hope you all learn as you grow up, is discipline is doing things even when you don't feel like it. You know, that's the difference between discipline and motivation. For some of y'all that play sports, you know, you're in the locker room and, you know, somebody gives a pep talk to you or whatever, and, you know, that emotional high is created and all of that. That's motivation. Discipline is just every day having the fortitude, if you will, having the will and desire to do something regardless of whether you feel like it. So a lot of y'all may not feel like doing your homework, studying, you know, stuff like that. Nobody likes homework, I know, but it's necessary, right? There's a lot of things in life as you grow up that you don't like to do. I don't like to pay bills, right? But I have to. Or they'll cut the lights off. Then my wife will be mad at me. I don't want to deal with that, right? So discipline. Take action regardless whether you feel like doing it. That's going to be very important. If you do it now, you'll carry that with you into adulthood. The third characteristic, probably my favorite, soldier, a veteran, has courage. A lot of times, if you're a soldier, whether you're Army, Air Force, Marine, whatever, You're deployed, a lot of times you have to show courage even while you're under duress, even when you're in intense situations. It's the same way in law enforcement. I'm here to tell you all, it's okay to be scared sometimes, right? I'm scared sometimes. But courage is having the ability to act, to do whatever it is that you need to do, even when that very real fear is there. And you'll notice when you take that step, you'll appreciate it in the long run. There's a lot of things in life you may be afraid of. Some people it's public speaking. It can be anything. But you just take that step and have the discipline, right? Like we talked about earlier. Even though you don't feel like it, even though you're scared, you have that discipline to take that step to do something you may not feel comfortable doing. You'll be all the better because of it. All right, I'm losing some of y'all, so I'm going to rush this. All right, so can one of y'all tell me what was the first quality I talked about? You young lady, what is it? Starts with an I. Did somebody help her out? Young lady right there in the black shirt. What is it?
Integrity.
Integrity, right. Good job. What's the second one we talked about? Anybody? You right there. Yes, ma'am. It's what? Discipline, correct. Good job. All right, the third one, right here. This young lady right here. Starts with a C. Somebody want to help her out? Right there. What is it? Courage. Good job. Thanks for helping her out. All right. So lastly, I'm going to leave you all with a quote from Teddy Roosevelt. Does anybody know who Teddy Roosevelt is? I know who that is. What did he do? Who was he? Just yell it out loud. The Army? He was. What else? The president? Yes, he was the president too. Good job, y'all are smart. All right, so I'm going to leave you all with a quote from Teddy Roosevelt. Then I got to get out of here. No control. Teddy Roosevelt, here we go. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Officer Hiles. And he is actually working today, so he has served our country as a soldier, and he continues to serve our community as an officer. So we just want to thank him. And again, one more time, round of applause. I know you have and students, real quickly, a lot of the things that he talked about, integrity, telling the truth, doing the right thing, having courage, doing your best, a lot of those things y'all heard from your teachers when we talk about the Harlan Way. So we borrow some of those ideas from the Army and the Navy and the Marines, and so that's Those things tie in. At this time, if we have a veteran, I know you walked in, but we would love to just have all our veterans stand up. At this time, if you're a veteran, we'd love for you to stand up. I have a thing for a student. What it means to be a veteran, and real quickly, just a real short thing. These people signed up to serve our country and to protect us. Okay, and they protect us at home and they protect us away from the United States. We live in the greatest country in the world that you have a freedom to get an education. You have a freedom to speak, for speech. You have a freedom to worship whatever religion you have, and these people protect. So at this time, we have a very special presentation for any of our Vietnam veterans. If we have a Vietnam veteran, could we have you stand up and come up to the front? Cam, come on up. Leah, come on up. We got a knife right here. We need one more. So, we just got three. We got three. All right. Real quickly, and Officer Hodges is up here to help with our student council. This is the 50th anniversary. So, students, that means it's been 50 years since our Vietnam veterans, these brave men, fought for our country and fought for freedom. So let's give them a real round of applause. We have a special gift for them, with it being the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. We have a pin that is a lasting memento of our nation's thanks. And we ask that the lapel pins be presented to these Vietnam veterans in a dignified manner at a special point during a ceremony like this. In the Veterans Day ceremony, that is where we would like to present these to them. Vietnam veteran is defined as any U.S. military service veteran who has served back in 1955 to 1975, regardless of location. We had Vietnam veterans who served thousands of miles away from us across the sea, and we had Vietnam veterans that served here at home as well. So again, we want to thank you for your service, and thank you for your fighting for freedom. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much. Y'all may be seated. Thank you, gentlemen. Oh, I'm sorry, hey, gentlemen, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought they gave it to you. Y'all come on up. We got some pens. I'm sorry. I thought they gave it to you. They gave you a paper. I'm sorry. Well, they didn't give you the pen. All right. Y'all stand back up here. I'm sorry. I was looking down at my notes. And they have a special pen that has a commemoration, guys. That just means that we're celebrating their service of 50 years ago serving our country. Thank you so much, gentlemen. We appreciate it. Thank you. At this time, we're going to have Briley Weekly come up and introduce our next musician.
Harlan, please welcome Ms. Rich and her family to the stage.
Hello everyone, my friends. My name is Christy Rich. I am a first grade teacher as well as one of the show choir directors here at Harlan Elementary. I was asked to sing a song and Mr. Smith said America the Beautiful would work. And I said, wonderful. I'm joined by one of my best friends and a father figure in my life, Jim Stanfield, who's going to play guitar for me. And we are going to sing America the Beautiful. Veterans, thank you so much for your service and your sacrifice. Now we are going to join all of our show choirs as well as our second grade to sing our last song, Grateful to Be an American.
Yeah, y'all can be seated.
Second grade team, and everyone else for all of your hard work.
And veterans, we do thank you for coming, parents, friends, family. We appreciate you all coming as well. We're going to dismiss our veterans in just a minute or two because we do have some refreshments up toward the front office in the multi-purpose room. So a few of our show choir members are going to welcome you into the multi-purpose room, and if we run out of room there and you can go to the cafeteria, please do so. So again, students, just want you to focus on that message today that we're talking about. Sometimes we don't think about in our country, you have the freedom to go to school. Not everywhere around the world, everybody gets to go to school and learn. Not everybody gets to go to church and worship the God that they choose around our world. Not everybody gets to speak up and talk. So you have tremendous amount of freedom in this country, and these people like our veterans here, like Officer Hiles, those people serve our country and serve you. They protect you. So at this time, we're going to let our veterans stand up, and what we're going to have with our veterans students, y'all listen to me for a second. I know y'all ready to get a little antsy, but we're going to have a silent dismissal for them. They're going to play taps. This is, once you hear it, you may have heard it before on TV or whatnot. But this is to commemorate, to remember a lot of our veterans that have served our country. We've got friends and family in the crowd today, that people who fought for our country, though, that are not alive anymore, though. And so we want to also celebrate them. So veterans, if y'all can please stand, we're going to give y'all a dismissal out up towards the front office. Parents and guardians, as the Veterans League, we do. I know you want to get some pictures of show choir in second grade. They're going to stay in.